Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? Why are you thankful for it? What have you not experienced or achieved or received that you would be extremely grateful for or thankful for? That's today's topic on the Mars Mindset. So let's get somebody in here so we can have the conversation. My man George in here. Samuel, how are you? Jesse, you cooking?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Good.
I'm late to the party.
You late to what party? The Mars Mindset party?
No, late to prepping. I haven't even seasoned my chicken, nothing.
Oh, well, it's okay. Thanksgiving isn't until tomorrow.
It has to marinate, baby.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. You would know more than I do. You know what I'm saying? I would just put some salt and pepper on it, throw it in the air fryer. So,
Get me the pilaf.
but so Jesse, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving? You know how you sit around the dinner table and everyone says, "Oh, I'm
Mhm.
grateful for this and thankful for that." What are you thankful
The
for?
pilaf. I am thankful for waking up this morning, first and foremost. I'm thankful for my overall health. Thankful my daughter's doing better. She was sick, yes. She's been sick since Monday, but last night, we had a bit of a scare. Her nose was bleeding. And so, yeah.
Hmm. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm thankful for life. I'm glad your daughter's feeling better. Is she helping you cook?
Yeah, she's putting the stuff away right now.
Oh, okay. That's good. So I have another question for you in terms of being thankful,
Mm-hmm.
right? What is something that you haven't received or achieved that you would be extremely like thankful for? Like, wow, that's something that I always wanted someone to do for me, or that's something that I always wanted to happen.
Say that question again.
What is something that you haven't attained, right, or received, say like a gift or experienced that you would like really be like, wow, like I'm really grateful that I had that experience or someone did that for me, or God or the universal had it that thing just kind of happened.
$1 million.
1 million. Well, if you're gonna say 1 million, why not? Why not take the million?
Huh?
If it's 1 million, why not 1 billion?
You know what? A billion or whatever.
Okay, but you said 1 million. So let's say through some stretch of the imagination, you ended up with $1 million. What would you do with it? What would be your plan for your million?
Oh my goodness. I would I would probably multiply that million. I would probably get property, um, get I already have my life insurance license, but get my health as well. Um, so when I have the real estate, I could almost create an LLC and just kind of be able to like offer all those things. You know,
Mm.
because
You're a licensed.
oftentimes,
I'm sorry. You're a licensed life insurance agent.
hmm
Me too. They keep emailing me because my license expires on the 30th, so I have to do the research within the next
yeah,
7 days.
I just got it. I think I just got it. So it's been maybe 6 months, so I have about a year and a half to figure out what I'm gonna do.
Hmm. You got a contract with any company yet?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. Have you
But
been
the
selling?
one that
Have you been actively selling? I mean, like
um
really like pursuing it.
yes and no, not really. Like if it happens organically. My godmother's husband passed away, and the conversation came up, and she was just like, I had a package just enough to bury him. And I was like, are you thinking about, beefing it up? And she's like, right now, I'm just adjusting to like paying all the bills by myself. Um, so she has a plan, and I was like, well, I do this, so if you need help, or and she's like, yeah, okay. So to answer your question, if it comes organically, I'll make mention of it, but I haven't been pushing it like I should. I have so much going on right now. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't actively promote it. pursue it. But if someone's like, hey, oh, someone mentions it, I'll be like, oh, I'm an agent. The only thing about my company that I don't really like is depending on a lot of the demographics are expensive when they could find cheaper prices elsewhere. Now, if you're like young, 17, 18, 19, 20, it's like you could get it, you get something good for like $20. But once you get up
Exactly.
your 30s and 40s, it's kind of like,
Exactly.
somebody else. I ain't trying to rape you for trying to rape me for your money.
Exactly. And then if you have pre-existing conditions, it's like
Right.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I would do with my million, I would, be strategic, be intentional.
Okay, I got one more question for you on the gratitude thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's not really for you to be gratuitous. It's about what do you think would be the best possible gift or experience that you could give someone? Not because they want it, but just in your mind, because we can't read their minds. You just think like it would be so dope if I did this for someone.
I tend to be a really thoughtful person, so anything that I've ever thought to give somebody, I've done it. Um, but what I think was really dope that I did, um, I'm not sure what year it was, but like I had done like a year of dates, and I had put it in like a manila envelope, and every month there was like something creative or fun to do. Like for instance, I don't know, like October would be like pumpkin picking or kayaking, like everything was like laid out. But, thinking back, I would have appreciated it, so I don't necessarily know how guys take that. Like, I don't know.
but I mean, okay, so but you were in a relationship and you kind of planned one thing that was really cool for every month of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of dope. That's dope in my opinion. I don't see why if someone you're in a relationship with wouldn't enjoy that experience. That's not to say they would enjoy everything that you had, all 12 things, right?
Right.
Thought is actually really cool.
And they were just suggestions. Like, I think there were like more than one. It was just things that happen around that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did y'all end up doing all 12?
We did none. I don't think they appreciated it.
Oh, why not?
I don't know.
Huh. Something that kind of makes me think about something that I've been thinking about lately, and I want to do a show on it, which is a lot of women talk about how they wish that guys were better at planning like dates and stuff like that. And it just makes me wonder, maybe we're just not good planners of dates. And I'm just speaking in general, like maybe that's just what we are. We just like, I'm good with hanging out with you and you could plan the dates.
No, they gotta plan it. But for something like that, I'm meeting you in the middle. Like, here's something that you could like. You have it, so you have like the guidebook.
Yeah. You know what? And I was gonna say this too. I know. I think men sometimes we feel pressure to keep women happy or make women happy, for a lack of a better way of putting it. And I think sometimes guys, because we're not as organized as women, I think women are better organizers and can be better at multitasking in those types of situations. I know me, if I were to plan something and my wife was kind of like, it was okay, I would be heartbroken. I was like, I did all this planning thinking I'm doing a good job. And you don't like it? Like, nah. Yeah. Somebody said, yeah, pressure. Y'all can't handle it. I'm like, why don't you just tell me? That's why I like the idea, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of lets you know, these are the things that I'm interested in or what I think would be cool, So, I like that. Let's see what Nikki's trying to get in the room. I invited her in, but then she didn't accept my request. So, let's see what she has to say.
Oh.
Nikki, there she go. Nikki!
Hey!
Say hi to Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi,
How are,
Nikki.
how are you?
Good. Are you cooking tomorrow? Or are you going to
I'm
eat?
cooking. I'm cooking tonight and tomorrow. I try to prep my stuff earlier today, and then I made the mistake of leaving a couple of things. I had to go over to the grocery store, and girl,
That line is crazy.
ridiculous. But how
Baby.
are y'all? How are you, Chels?
Uh, I'm pretty good. I got a little bit of like back pain or tightness, and I've had it for a couple days, but it's okay. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm grateful to be alive, and my headspace and my heart space is good, and my spirit man feels pretty good. So I'm not complaining. Just stating the facts.
That's good.
So, um, what are you thankful for, Nikki?
I'm thankful for a lot. I'm thankful for waking up this morning. I'm thankful for being able to have support, and because like the past year or so has been really trying physically, and so and then like we dealt with a lot of loss. We suffered a lot of loss in my family, so I'm grateful for mended relationships, and yeah, I'm just thankful for family, good family.
Okay, same question. I got the same three questions for everybody. The second question is, what's my second question, Jesse? I forgot.
Your second question is if you could be gifted anything, what would it be?
Yeah, what's something? Yeah, thank you, Jesse. That's why I keep you around. Um, I'm thankful for Jesse. What is something that you haven't received
There you go.
or experienced, right? Like you haven't received, experienced, or achieved that you could think of that you would just be like, wow, like I'm really grateful for that.
Um, I really want to get me a trailer, and I want to go like cross country. I want to do like tours, drive around. I like riding, so that would be something that would be like if I walked outside and it's a nice trailer or bus outside, and I'm like, oh, is this mine? That would be good.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So you got your trailer, right? And
Hmm.
you from the area, so I have to kind of change the question a little bit. But you go outside, you got your trailer, and then you plan the first place you're gonna go to, right? In your trailer or your RV or whatever it is. Are you taking other people on tours, or this just you out doing your thing?
I think I would go with my kids and my husband.
Okay, cool. What's the first spot that you would go to outside of say like because of distance? You see what I'm saying? Like, what's the first place that you want to take your RV to?
I would probably say I would go like off the beaten path. So I wouldn't go to like the real touristy spots. I would love to see like fields of just like grass and trees and stuff like that. So I probably would go Midwest. Just
Mm,
I probably would hit a couple of states at once. Or like my baby asked me, my youngest asked me, could I take him to Niagara Falls? So because he saw a YouTube video. So if it wasn't in the Midwest, it would definitely be, going over to Niagara Falls, seeing as far as we could get.
okay. So when I
As
was
close
there,
as we could get.
the summer before I went to the sixth grade, I think my uncle was stationed out at Ellsworth Air Force Base out in South Dakota. And you talking about wanting to see like the grass or like the hills. That's how it is. Have you ever been out there? You ever been out there?
Mm,
Like out there? Yo,
no.
it is so visually stimulating. It's boring, right? Which now that I'm older, boring is what I what I yearn for. But it was so serene and peaceful and it felt like godly or something, you know?
See, that's what I see because I'm outdoorsy anyway. I love being outdoors. That's why I was surprised when our creator gave me two daughters and two sons because I thought for sure I was a boy mom through and through. I was going to have six sons. That's what I thought was going to happen, right? um, but my girls are very well manicured, girly girls that would prefer to be indoors, and my boys let me live what I wanted to live, like going outside, roughing it, rolling around, getting dirty, getting messy. They let me do that. So, And I think it's cool to go through that now at this phase of parenting, because this is when people kind of retreat and their bodies and everything and mental just kind of like, these little boys are not going to let me just take nothing sitting down. So they keep me active.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that. So I got one more question for you. Jesse, come here, just in case I forget this one. Because I just do this stuff on the fly a lot. Maybe I should plan a little bit. But it seems kind of fun to just see what happens, you know? My third question for you is, what is something that you would absolutely be grateful that you could do for someone else, right? Like, I get it that the answer really is whatever it is that they would want. But let's say you just didn't know and you had to be like, surprise, I got you the greatest gift I could think of, right? What would be that greatest thing? Just to let y'all know, I don't be having answers to these questions. I just ask y'all.
I probably gift someone a home, like a homeless person, gift them a house or something. Like, I wish I could do that. I wish I could like make a large impact on someone's life, that really can use the come up. Because it would be easy to help the people that are already good, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would want to do that.
Okay. Jesse, you was about to add something?
I think I answered the
Oh,
year
no,
of date.
I thought you were getting ready to ask Nikki something. So Nikki, let's talk.
Yeah, turn that down.
Huh? Oh, you talking to your daughter? Let's talk about the homeless dream house, Nikki. When you imagine the homeless dream house for your favorite homeless person, what is their dream? What does their dream house have? What does it look like?
I think people just would want to have what they feel every family wants to have. A nice little picket fence, nothing gaudy, just like a nice simple home, but a place for, well, a simple house that someone can make a home. And just for them to have something that they can feel proudful about. I don't even know aesthetically if I would want to choose anything for them, really. I would just want to be able to gift them the house and just let them decide what they want their house to look like. That, I think that would be amazing.
Okay. Well, Jesse, I'm gonna let you slide off and finish cooking. Do you have anything in closing that you would like to talk about being grateful for, or anything else? We know you have a brilliant mind.
I am grateful for peace of mind. I remember a time where I was without that. And so I try to be mindful around this season. People feel there's mixed emotions even about the history of tomorrow's holiday. And so, language matters. So, when you think you're asking somebody like, oh, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? It might be triggering. So, I try to be like, are you doing anything in light of the holiday season, or, how can I support you during this time, or how can I be praying for you? So I think what's really important is if you're in a position to kind of slow things down work-wise and spend time with family and love up on the people who matter to you most, I think that's most important. And I'm just grateful for the gifts that God has given me. For the past, I'd say 3-4 months, I've been, bringing singles together. So I've been grateful that I can do that, and that, it's been pretty successful. So I'm excited to see what the future holds for that initiative. And I thank you so much for, always, being supportive.
Oh, absolutely not a problem. I appreciate you always coming on the show.
Yeah.
Giving me someone to spar with and challenge my way of thinking, and being open to my way and me being open to your way and all of that good stuff. So I wish you a happy Thanksgiving if you accept it, a happy holidays if you accept it, and
I accept it all.
make sure you season the chicken real good, because you don't want them talking about you.
Listen, I'm Haitian. I ain't got nothing else but to season it proper.
All right, cool. All right, well, we'll holler. We'll see you maybe
Bye,
Friday.
everyone.
Bye,
Happy
Jesse.
holidays.
You too.
I think he almost kicked you out on accident. You was about to get the food. Hold on, let's see. Hold on. It was somebody else that I wanted to bring on. That was oh, he might have left out because he said something in the comments and I wanted his opinion. All right, let's see. Let's bring up the next guest on the Thanksgiving edition. Hello,
I
Doctor.
know, I'm in a car. I'm in a car.
Hi, Dr. Hawk.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Dr. Hawk, how you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I feel pretty good. I'm in a good space. It's good to
That's
see
good.
you today, even though you're sitting sideways like Paul Wall and them.
I know. Because look, the way my thing hooked up in my car, I need to charge my phone. I can only put it sideways when I'm charging it.
It's all good, Dr. Hawk. Dr. Hawk, I'm thankful for you because you just can't go every day, and I always look forward to talking to you.
Good. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful for you, too.
Yep,
And,
I
you
appreciate
know, I feel like I come on here and I feel like I done found my people.
it. Well, that's good. Because I'm happy. I'm happy that you feel like you have found your people because I feel the same way. And I think that like I tell my wife from time to time, this whole thing kind of reminds me of like the high school lunch table. Like we all have to go out in the world and do things. Some of the things we want to do, some of the things we don't. But there's this point in life where you don't really get to just sit around and hang out with friends for a couple hours or 30 minutes. And now we kind of like have that space every day. And it's kind of
Every
cool,
day.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, or if someone doesn't show up, you'd be like, damn, I wonder where so-and-so at today. Like, I wonder where Dr. J at today. You know, like, text her, call her, see what's up, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dr. Hawk, what are you thankful for? What are you grateful for this holiday
Well,
season?
first and foremost, I'm so thankful that I woke up this morning, clothed and in my right mind. That's first and foremost. But I am thankful for my life journey. I really am. You know, my family. You know, every situation that I have experienced that helped me become a better person. You know, and thankful for the parents that, you know, raised me. You know, God bless their soul. Both of them are deceased now, but I'm just thankful for them still. And thankful for family because we getting together tomorrow. And it hasn't been the same since my granny and my parents passed away, but I'm glad that we all getting together tomorrow. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're able to still, you know, be together with your family. I'm sorry that your parents are no longer with us. I guess you have angels or ancestors that can watch over you and be present
Mhm.
in the all-knowing realm.
Yep.
Yeah. So my next question for you is, what is something that you haven't received, experienced, or attained that you would be extremely grateful for?
Something that I have not had the experience or attained that I would be grateful for. Um, that's a good question. That's a good question. Let
You
me
want to
think about that one. Yeah, come
come?
back to that one. Come back to
Okay.
that one.
The next one might be just as hard.
Oh, I know. Wait a minute, I'm gonna take that back. I know what I would be extremely grateful for and thankful for that I have not experienced yet, and that is grandkids.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes. I feel like, you know, everybody in my age, you know, everybody has grandchildren, and I think I'm ready to have some grandkids. I mean, I'm ready. I don't think my kids are ready, but I'm ready to
Huh.
have grandkids. So that's one thing that I have not experienced yet that I would be grateful for.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's imagine you have your first grandbaby. You have your first grandbaby. What
Mhm.
does that experience look like to you in comparison to raising your own kids?
I can send them. Well, my kids probably gonna live with me forever because I want them to live with me forever. But I can send them. you know, I can send them to their parents afterwards. But it's, everybody say it's just something different about having grandkids. The stuff, I'm ready for my kids to say to me, now, if that was me, we wouldn't have gotten in trouble, but you let your grandbaby get away with it. I'm waiting. I want that to happen. I'm ready for that.
Yeah. So to watch my dad is one of those 5'10", 200-something-pound country boys who hunt and fish. Just a man's man. You know what I'm saying? Big burly dude. I used to be scared of him. And now he's like a marshmallow. And I'm like, well, where was this version of you when I was 6 years old, But I also get it because, his responsibility to and for me is different than his responsibility to and for his grandkids. Right? So he had to, especially, and then, me being his only son, when he's gone, I'm going to be the direct, result of his raising. So it's not going to be all cupcakes and rainbows, son. You're going to have to do this, and you're going to have to carry this weight. So I can't always be super soft with you. You know what I'm saying? I have to prepare you for the real world. So I get it. But there's a little bit of like, hold on, cuz, I ain't get that, But anyway, so I hope you get your grandkids soon, Dr. Hawk, but I hope your kids are ready first, because having kids before you're ready is a whole other ballgame.
Oh yeah, I know that too.
And
but even if it does happen, God will work it out.
That's true. We talked about that yesterday.
Because it's a lot of folks that weren't ready for kids, had kids, but you know what? God saw them through.
Yeah, absolutely. You think just throughout human history, like think about how hard humans used to have it just to survive. And then you have a baby, and there's like a saber-toothed tiger trying to eat you. You know what I'm saying? Or like some other country invading your space. And you're not just trying to save your life, you're trying to save like your whole bloodline in that one moment, And for us and other people to just make it through, the human spirit is actually pretty amazing in my opinion.
You kick into, first of all, you get to tap into that resilience a lot of people don't know that they have until they have to know. When you are a mom or a dad and you become a parent and you're not ready, because I definitely wasn't ready, you could either continue to not be ready and then screw your kids up, or you could get ready. Sometimes, like Dr. Hawk said, the co-parent, your heavenly father, he intervenes and he's like, listen, I'm not about to let you mess up mine, because they his before they ours. I'm not about to let you mess up my child. I know I was scared. I put myself in parenting classes. I put myself in nursing classes, breastfeeding classes. I read books. I was scared out of my mind, but I was like, please, God, don't let me screw this little girl up. Please don't let me mess her up.
It's so funny, because even today, I'll be like, dang, I'm really so.
Uh-oh. We lost you for a second, Dr. Hawk. You really what? Dr. Hawk?
I'm really somebody's mother. I still like, and here I am, 47. I still be like, I am somebody's mother. I still be like shocked, like, dang.
Yeah, I do. When they ask me questions, right? And I'm like, boy, these people believe in me. I don't know if I'm doing a really good job, or I convince them that I'm doing a really good job. I don't know which one is true. But like you said, it's like, wow, like I'm really this person's father. I got 3 of them, and they trust me.
Yeah.
And Dr. Hawk's ready to be a grandma, so that's even more interesting.
Right?
It's gonna be fun for you. Okay, I got one more question for you.
Okay.
What is something that you would do for someone that would absolutely make you feel grateful that you were able to do it for them?
I'm like Nikki. Like, I would buy a house. I would buy, like, buying somebody a home. But for me, it would be I would want to buy a house for all of my sisters, like my 2 sisters, my nieces, my adult nieces and nephews who are
and making somebody else rich, I would like to purchase homes for them.
All of them. So how many people you buying homes for, Dr. Hawk?
Let me.
You said let you think.
my 3 kids, my 2 sisters. Let me think. I got a whole bunch of nieces and nephews too. How many of my nieces and nephews? The ones that I think will be responsible enough with it. I want to say about maybe 5 of my nieces and nephews.
Okay. Wait, did you play the Powerball the other day when it was a couple billion? Because that's what you needed.
Right. No, I ain't played Powerball.
I played it, but I didn't hit it.
Mhm.
Dr. Hawk, if I hit the Powerball for $2 billion, I'll probably give you like $5 million.
You gonna break me off? There you go.
If I had $2 billion, $2 billion,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, I give you 5.5. Like,
All right, and let me. You screen recording this, right?
yeah,
So when it happens,
I got you.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Well, I probably
You done entered into a verbal contract on live.
Mhm.
for $5 million out of $2 billion. If I'm ever working, Dr.
That's
Hawk,
gonna be pocket change, right? That's just gonna be pocket change.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dr. Hawk, it don't matter if I hit a lottery. If I'm ever at any point in my life, matter of fact, when I get my will done and I make sure that all my content and my houses and everything goes to my kids, I'm also going my living will. I'm going to say if I ever attain the level of $2 billion, I want Dr. Hawk or Dr. Hawk's family to have $5 million.
All right, I'm gonna hold that to you. Let me. Oh yeah, just on Patreon, so I gotta screen record this and save it in my Google Drive, so I have some evidence where it won't go away.
Shout out to Dr. Hawk for being one of my first subscribers on my Patreon. And you can too be one of my first subscribers on my Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/IamChellsX. That's where all the exclusive video episodes, and we're going to get into some classes and stuff like that too, will be there for you for $4.99 a month. So, Dr. Hawk, that's all I have for you. And since you're driving, and Nikki,
And remember, how can you holler when it's less than $5?
how can you holler when it's less than $5? That's what I'm saying. I'm thankful for you, Dr. Hawk. See, that's what I'm talking about. So, but real quick before you go, because and Nikki, I'm gonna have you answer this too. What is something that you haven't done for Mr. Tom that you think he would be extremely grateful for?
So, and I know, and he may get it soon. He is talking about this watch. He's talking about this watch. He wants to watch. Oh, I would probably buy him a car. I'll probably get him that Porsche Cayenne.
See, I knew the answer. I was waiting for the Porsche Cayenne because you knew I was going to be like, you're going to get my man the Porsche Cayenne, Dr. Hawk. That's what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki,
Mm-hmm.
what about you for John? What's something that you haven't done for John that, you know, if money wasn't an issue or anything, you would do it for him?
John has always, when we watch these movies, he's always saying, man, I wish I had my own island. I think I will purchase an island for John. Boy, it'd be John Oasis where he can retreat and it's just him and he can unplug and he can't nobody interfere with him. That's what I would do for him.
I like that. A private island. Huh. Okay. I like that. Dr. Hawk, you got anything before I let you slide off?
No, I'm good. It's
Okay.
always good talking to you.
Likewise, we may see each other again on Friday. I'm not doing a show tomorrow. However, I made one on Friday. I might just pop in and kind of see what it's looking like. I know people are going to be buying $50 70-inch TVs, so they might not want to sit here and talk to me, but that's okay. So, if I don't talk to you the rest of this week, I'll see you on Monday for sure.
All right.
All right, Dr. Hawk, appreciate you.
Appreciate you too. Good night. See you, Nikki. I'm still listening.
Bye, Dr. Hart. Have a good holiday.
You too.
All right, peace. All right, Nikki, let's see who else is in the room.
I'm be doing my Cyber Monday shopping. I ain't got time to be around folks.
Oh, you do the Cyber Monday thing?
I'm be online. I'm be online.
Uh, Tyrell,
What's going on?
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
How you feeling?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well, sore, because the gym is kicking my butt.
Oh,
Okay, good. Well, I'm thankful that you got to go to the gym today. Get your workout on.
No, not yet. I'm waiting to do my workout a little bit later if the gym is still open. If not, I'll be
oh,
there 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, your gym open on Thanksgiving?
From 8 to 12.
Oh,
oh.
okay, cool. So, my man, what are you thankful for?
To be honest, I am thankful for right now. I would have to say peace and actually being able to recognize growth.
So peace and self awareness to be able to see the that you had within you.
Yeah, if I was to say what I'm thankful for and be selfish about it, that would be it.
Okay. So tell me about, have you noticed any growth within yourself within the last 6 months to a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
What is that?
Growth of just having a different mentality. Um, have shifted from being a huge people pleaser to now being just really open, honest, and transparent. It doesn't matter if you're happy with me because as long as you respect me, we can work together. There was a situation that happened about 6 months ago that really uh, messed with my head because it was a person that I held high in regard in two different manners, both personally and in the religious world, and they were and are a client of mine in the real estate world. And when pretty much a situation happened and they treated me as though I was just some random person, or I felt like they treated me more on a personal level than they did on a business level. And from that moment on, I was just like, you want to know what? You don't have to like what I do, you don't have to like what I say. But when it comes down to being a business professional, just like your lawyer, just like your doctor, just like anyone else, you will treat me as such. And if you
Mm.
can't, then you don't deserve my services.
And you don't think a year, 6 months to a year ago, you would have been able to step into that version of yourself?
Not with this person, no.
Mm, that's good because that means you've grown, you have more respect, more higher expectations for yourself. So I like that. Nikki's buffering. Hold on. Let me get Nikki out, and then she could come back if she needs to. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad. I'm thankful that you can see your own self growth and have the self awareness and all that good stuff, and you retain a level of peace. So that's good. My next question for you is, what is something that someone could do for you, or that you could attain or achieve that you haven't yet, that you would be extremely thankful for?
Something that I don't have that someone can do for me.
Yeah, or like,
Uh,
it's kind of like happen. You know how like sometimes things just happen. From our perspective, they just happen anyway.
um, I would have to say if someone wanna buy me help me build my dream house, I'll be forever grateful, and I'll gotta come out of pocket for it. That would be my thing, but I don't know. I really have never thought about that question, so I really don't have an answer.
Okay, we're just cool with dream house. So your dream house at no cost.
If someone wants to build my dream house at no cost, by all means, I'm up for it.
Huh. I like it. Okay. What's up? Coach Tasha? Um, let's talk about the dream house a little bit. What does the dream house look like?
We're talking about sitting on about 5 to 6 acres of land. I want 4 bedrooms, 4 to 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, or 3.5 bath actually, because I want a master suite. I have to have a in suite in my bedroom with a master closet, enough for both me and my fiance to try to share that closet because that's going to be an interesting one by itself. And an indoor pool because I am a water bug. If you can, I will go in the pool at any point of the year. So if it's indoor and it's heated, I'm in it. And I would like a nice not two family, 2-story, but I'll take a 1-story if it's spread out. And the kitchen has to be A1. I mean, like a home magazine type kitchen. Like you just pull the whole page out and just said, Tyrell, here, just switch things that you want color wise. And we're just going to build this kitchen exactly like that with one of those waterfall islands, a sink filler, a 12-range stove, double door industrial refrigerator. So,
You want a personal chef too?
oh, I'll take one. I'm all about leverage. I'm about leveraging my time. So if I can leverage my time where someone else could do something that I don't have to do, I will definitely take it. Coach Tasha!
Hey, y'all.
What's up, Coach Tasha?
Oh, nothing. Life.
Right. Okay. I got one more question for Tyrell, and then I'll get to your thankfulness. So Tyrell, we got your dream house, all of that good stuff. One more question on gratitude. What is something that if you could, you would do for someone else, like the highest level of giving that you could give to someone? What would that be?
Does it have to be one singular person, or can it be whatever I want it to be?
Whatever you want it to be. You could do the Miss America or Miss America thing and say world peace if you want to. I'm good with that too.
I wouldn't do anything that crazy. But what I would do is I would set up spaces for homeless and impoverished people to be able to take showers, to be able to wash their clothes, to be able to get general physicals, and be able to just maintain healthy. Because I do believe that some people live certain lives because of choices. While I want to say that everyone's living that life because of hardship, I know some people that's not really the case. So I just want to be able to, if someone needs a shower, I don't want them to have to feel like they have to wait whatever time to take a shower until they can save up enough money for a hotel or whatever. I want to be able to have a few, maybe like 5 buses per state, and just drive around and just be like, hey, y'all want to take a shower? Here, come take a shower. Y'all want to wash clothes? Come wash clothes. Y'all want a general physical just to make sure you're good? Let's do that. And then you go and do whatever you need to do, because there's a lot of people out here who are just unable to afford the basics.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. We getting a lot of that today. A lot of taking care of the less fortunate, the homeless and the like. So I like that. Y'all know I'm a cop, so I have a lot of and I work overnight, so I have a lot of interactions with those types of people. And I think you'd be amazed. Some of them are really just normal people who falling on hard times.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of tell those because they kind of have this peace about it, because all of them have this certain amount of peace about their situation, right? But some of them have a peace because they know they're not going to stay there forever. And others of them have accepted it and have actually began to embrace the benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the people who are, the drugs and the mentally ill, who are just not really calibrated to society the way that the rest of us are. But they're always interesting to talk to and just kind of pick their brains a little bit and see what's going on. So, Coach Tasha, you there? Did she slide off on me?
No, I'm here. Hold on.
Okay.
It's dinner time.
Oh, okay. Take your time. Take your time.
If I was to say one more while we wait for Coach Tasha.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of the things that I think about doing in the future, with God's will for my success, is I want to create a school for, not a school, I want to create a scholarship in my grandmother's name where yearly I can give 10 to 12 single parents full scholarships to schools of their choice to be able to help them move from one stage of education to another stage. Because my grandmother, she was 36, 30 something, and she went back to school to get her nursing license in the 60s and 70s. And so I always want to do something like that to help out people.
You should do it. Why don't you start small? I actually I did a scholarship giveaway at one point back in 2000, maybe it was after 2012. I took my first album and took the proceeds from my first album and gave away, it was like $4,000 in scholarship money to this young lady. I think she was going to a HBCU or something like that. So it was cool. It was a good experience. So yeah, man, give it a shot. You'll appreciate it. Coach Tasha,
Hey,
what are you thankful for?
you know, it's not the things. I'm actually thankful that God has given me the capacity and the endurance to live this life. Like, super thankful for that, for the mental stability to live this life. Yeah.
So what is it about this life and that mental stability that, like, what's something you could think about that you've gone through and you're like, man, that could have been really difficult. I'm glad I had the level of mental stability that I had, or that God bestowed upon me in order to get through, because I know everybody would not have been able to push through, or a previous version of myself would not have been able to push through.
Yeah. It's a combination of things. That's a loaded question for me, but it's a combination of things. So I'll share two like heavy things. My husband went through a year of a cancer battle. Very unexpected. We were like, he got who? And when we first found out about it, they were like, oh, this is, it's just a very, kind of small thing. It's nothing, Then, of course, he had to be the one who had the most rare form of it that required chemo and surgery and, all the things. And we live in a city that's 3 hours away from our family. We're new to the city, so we didn't have a church home at the time, a local church home, let me say that, at the time. So it was rough. Like, it was rough. I mean, family came in and helped. I don't want to make it seem like our family didn't come in and help, but, it was rough. And I think that had we been younger and had we not been as mature, it could have really, really broken us individually and as a couple, because it was hard. But, we got hit with it and we were like, so what's next? We're like, what's next? And we prayed. And even when it got hard and we weren't sure if he was going to make it, it was what's next?
I'm sure y'all had a lot of difficult conversations.
Yeah, we did. But, I'm grateful that we were at the stage of our marriage that we were at, because we had already had some of those difficult conversations. We didn't have to have the conversations of, when I die, what kind of funeral do I want? Who do I want to speak and what songs? Because we had already had those conversations. So we were able to actually just endure the journey without having to have some of those extremely hard conversations, but we were able to have the hard conversations of who do we tell and how much do we tell. Because you have to be careful about who you share things like that with when you're going through it, because everybody doesn't control their mouth. And words have power, and some of our old school relatives, the first thing that they'll say is, oh, Lord, is he going to make it? Or he ain't going to make it? Or my sister such and so, or, died. And, you don't need all of that. So, it was a really it was a really tough time. So I'm grateful that God gave us the wisdom, you know, of who to reach out to, who to ask for prayer, who would hold our confidence. I'm grateful that we had a circle that we could reach out to, like I'm super grateful for that. And at the same time that he was going through that, my son was just getting diagnosed with a sensory processing disorder, which, long story short, is on the autism spectrum. He's super smart kid, so it took us a really long time to catch it because he's super social and super smart. But there were just some things that were off. So sensory processing disorder, fine motor delay. Then I had a thyroid scare. So, like, I kid you not, this all happened within like a 3-month span. I had to have a thyroid biopsy right after my husband had surgery. It was just a mess. So when I say that I'm thankful for the capacity and the endurance, I mean it.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, when y'all were in that phase, though, were y'all still actively going to or I guess the word would be hosting church? Because I know you're a reverend, right?
I'm just a minister. I don't have my own church.
Okay.
But we were, virtually attending church because you have to realize this is COVID.
Oh, this happened during COVID. Okay, I didn't know.
This literally,
Wow.
yeah, this literally was last year.
So
this was literally last year.
Pandemic too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was literally last year. And mind you, the year before that, his father passed away.
So it was just constant, just one after the other. It's like.
And the year before that, my grandmother passed away.
Wow. And y'all made it through.
Yeah. So once again, when I say I am grateful for the capacity, the endurance, and the mental stability, I truly mean it. Like, I truly, truly mean that. I'm grateful for it. And I'm also grateful that I'm surrounded by a lot of mental health professionals who were checking in on me and who also were like, all right, sis, I think it's time for you to check in with somebody. I think you're overwhelmed now, But I'm truly grateful. I'm truly, truly grateful. I can't say that enough because what we've been through, most people will be walking down the street eating a stick of butter. Like,
a cold, hard joint out the fridge.
Yeah, because there was just seemingly no break, because then you have to think about what all of that affects. It affects your job, it affects your finances. My husband has a great job. I can't tell you what he does, but he has a great job, right? Like, good job. But it even made me grateful in the process because we were like, what do people who have insurance do when they have cancer? Because this is not cheap.
Y'all went through this and didn't have insurance? Or you saying
No, we have great insurance. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I was grateful in the process because what do people do who don't have insurance? Because it was not cheap. Even with our amazing insurance, we still have bills.
Right.
And I was like, what do people do? Because before insurance, you're talking about $5,000 a day for chemo.
Right.
At minimum. And so, it's just like to be able to have the peace to endure the storm because we had the coverage, right? Because that was one less thing we had to worry about. We were blessed to have just pretty much built a house a couple of years ago. So we have this new house. We didn't have to worry about the roof being, leaky or, the heater going out or windows needing replaced or none of that because the house was new, vehicles were good. So, I'm grateful that God had us in a place where we could just hunker down and endure the storm.
Yeah, y'all went through a lot in like a year and a half, like a 2-3 year span. That's a lot. I'm glad y'all made it through. I'm glad everybody's okay.
And I'm also super grateful that God kept me in a sound mind to understand that there was still purpose in the midst of the storm. Like, I couldn't just lose myself in caring for him. I still had things that I had to do. I still had things that I was called and positioned to do. Like, you don't get to give up on your stuff because you have to now honor your vows. Like, yeah, honor your vows, but you still got books to write. You still got
Coach,
stuff to do.
Coach, Coach Tasha, be careful with your words now, man. Be careful with
I,
your words. Be careful with your words.
I'm just saying, there's still purpose in the midst of storms. We don't get to give up because, I'm grateful that he made it. But if at the end of the day he had passed away, I still had purpose.
Yeah, I'm big on self accountability,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, I know this might be kind of morbid to people, but every day I think about the fact that I'm going to die at some point,
Yeah.
right? I think about that, and my job probably has something to do with that too,
Yeah.
because I have to go and face it to a degree. But that is one of the main drivers of life for me, of the need to do that which I know would fulfill me. If
Yeah.
today were the last day, I could be like, okay, I'm good with what I did today as my last day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with it, right?
Yeah.
So for y'all to go through that and for you to still have that mindset, like, hey, dog, I'm gonna do everything I
I
can.
mean,
Still got to write this, do all of that too.
listen, like, I kid you not, like, I was sitting because, chemo was 8 hours a day some days, so I would sit in there with my laptop and edit my books and finish working on my candle line and, and all the things, there was, and pray. Like, I can pray and type at the same time, like, right.
Right.
But I was there to advocate for him when he didn't have the strength to advocate for himself while still fulfilling purpose. So I'm just grateful that once again I had the mental capacity and strength and endurance to be able to endure. And we're still enduring because you get a cancer-free diagnosis, but you still have to do aftercare. People don't realize, there's still 2 months visits, and every 2 months, and chemo, although in many cases it heals like ours, it causes damage as well. So,
Man, I could go down this. I could go far deep down this rabbit hole, but I gotta get to my next.
yeah, yep.
So the second question is, what is something that you haven't experienced, attained, or received that you would be like pleasantly surprised and thankful for? Like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting this, but this is a really nice surprise. And it could be a gift, or it could be like something that just God just bestows upon you, like $1 billion.
I don't know that it's a number, but just I would say, for lack of a better word, I would say financial freedom, right? Like the ability to maneuver without having to worry about if I have enough.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so financial freedom, because there's so many things and so many places I would go if I had financial freedom.
Okay, so let's one place you're financially free. Where's the first place you're going?
I don't know if it's the first place I'm going, but I would go to Africa if you have me designate a place. I'm going to Africa.
Okay, so so we're going to Africa. What is it in Africa that you have to absolutely experience? One thing from Africa you have to experience.
Well, I have to answer this because it's two things. One, I would like to go over and help with human trafficking. But number two, I just want to see the beauty of it.
The trafficking thing you mentioned, right? So one day I just look up information because I care. And I don't remember the exact number, but there's this thing called the Global Slave Index. You heard about that? And essentially try to find out the number of slaves that still exist all across the world, right? And when the last time I looked, and it was a few years, the statistical data is always kind of behind. It's always a couple years behind. So this might have been 2018, 2019. I think they were saying that in the world today, there are still 40 million slaves all across the globe. And I think number one was North Korea with like a million or something like that, or something
Mm-hmm.
like, you know. And then number two was the Congo. And they were talking about how in the Congo, there's a lot of like sex trafficking, the
Yeah.
kidnapping of women and stuff like that. So when
Yeah.
you said that, it made me think about, you know, going to
Mm-hmm.
Africa and all of that good stuff. So, but yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
interesting. So my
Yeah.
third question is,
Human
um,
trafficking is a passion of mine. So yeah.
oh, okay, should be a you could have been a like an ICE agent,
I don't
agent,
know about
agent
that.
Moore, saving the trafficked women and children. They could have made a TV show about you.
I don't know about that.
But you know what? Though, being a cop, and I was talking about this the other day too. Being a cop, to be honest, a lot of the stuff that happens, you're not emotionally attached to it. You know, it's just kind of like, oh, this stuff happens. It's the norm.
Mhm.
But when it's kids or like sex crimes and stuff like that, that's when you're really like, wow, like, you know, this is really deep.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
my last question for you is, what is something that you could give to the world, to a person, that's like the highest level of gratitude that you would have for being able to give to a person or a group of people or whatever?
Say it again.
So you have the ability to give someone or some people anything
Oh.
you want, right? But you don't necessarily
Mm-hmm.
know that they want it. So you can't just say, well, I give them whatever they want. Just in your
Mm-hmm.
mind, what would give you know how you give someone something and you get that
Mm-hmm.
fulfillment. What
Yeah.
would you give to receive that ultra fulfillment? What would that thing be that you would give?
So it would go back to the human trafficking. I would actually do some safe housing for
Mm,
human trafficking victims, as well as teen mothers.
you mean just teen mothers, just in like in general society?
Teen mothers in general. Well, I would say in general, but those who have been released by their families, kicked out by their families, who have nowhere to go, housing for them and housing for human trafficking survivors. My previous church, we were heavy into human trafficking. My first lady, that's what she does, is works with human trafficking. So we worked with the police force. We would actually go out in the streets at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning and bring people in, um, and put them in our safe house. And
Oh, so you've already been an ICE agent then. Good job. See?
yeah.
You know who you're talking to. Special Agent Kasha Moore. I like that. I like that. Okay, okay. Tyrell, do you have anything to add to what Coach Tasha was saying, or anything in closing before I let you slide off? I appreciate you sitting there patiently waiting.
No, Coach Tosh, you know how much respect I have for you. um, and yeah, we'll talk because I can't.
I was about to say, don't get Tyrell started because you ain't.
But it was a pleasure. You guys have a great, great holiday. I pray that everyone watching, I pray that you both have a great day with your family and that you all realize that family is one of an amazing things that we are blessed with. And no
Yeah,
matter how much they aggravate us, they're still an amazing part of our
always that.
lives.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
you guys have a great night. God bless.
You too, my brother. I appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope that are you going to be able to see your fiance? Are y'all engaged yet?
We are engaged.
Okay. Are you going to be able to
We've
see
been
her for the
we've been
holiday?
we've been engaged for a little while, Charles. I swear. We talk about this like every single time I come on here. It's like if I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about her. It's like one
Yeah,
or two.
I know, but the conversation that sticks out in my mind is the ring one, where you talk about like the ring that she wants, but because of her job. So that's kind of how it sticks in my mind. And I talk to a lot of people, so I try to retain. But I know you got someone special, and I know you're gonna marry her. I just didn't know if y'all had actually, you know, if you had done the one knee thing. But I hope you get
Yeah,
to see the holiday.
I didn't do the one knee thing because we were on a boat and well we were on a sailboat and the sailboat was on its side. So I did not do the one knee thing, but we
Okay.
got the job accomplished. That's the main goal. Um, and yes, she's actually here with family. So I'm actually not going to be with my family for the first time for Thanksgiving outside of like my mom being in another state. So this is the first time my mother is in the same state and I will not be around her for Thanksgiving. So I was waiting for the "I'm gonna kill you" text, but she hasn't done it yet. So we're grateful.
Okay. So we're gonna be thankful that mom isn't killing time with your fiance. I appreciate you, my brother.
Yes,
All right,
definitely. I'll
Charles.
talk to.
Hey.
I gotta get out of here because children are coming.
Okay. Cool. 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 Well,
Say hi.
I'll
Hi.
talk
Say
to y'all.
happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too. I appreciate you. You ready to eat your turkey for tomorrow? You ready? I heard that you were really smart.
Hey, Mr. Chell said that he heard you were really smart.
You,
I am.
I heard you were really smart.
Say it loud. Say I am. I am.
Yeah.
Here, tell him one thing you think he doesn't know, and then we're gonna go bye-bye. Tell him something about the planets. I bet you he doesn't know. Did you know there's dwarf planets in the solar system?
Dwarf planets? No, I didn't know. I thought there were only 8 or 9 planets. I didn't know that. We have dwarf planets in our solar system.
Well, a long time ago, there used to be 9 when Pluto was a planet, but now he's a dwarf planet.
Oh, that doesn't sound fair. How do we here on Earth get to classify a planet? That doesn't sound fair.
He wants to know how they found out about the dwarf planets. You want to tell him?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Okay, next time then. Next time we'll have dwarf planets. That'll be the topic. But hey, how are you?
5 dwarf planets, so it's not 9. Okay, buddy.
Oh, it's 5 dwarf planets total.
There are 5 dwarf planets, yes.
Oh, okay. And I
He's
call
6,
myself.
y'all. He's 6. He's 6.
Oh, it's 6 of them because of Pluto.
No, he is 6.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's doing a great job.
All right. Okay, you say hi. Say happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, baby girl.
Yeah. Okay, say
Ready?
bye-bye. Bye-bye. Mommy,
Bye.
should we make a craft for Thanksgiving? Yes, buddy. I'll be out in a second.
All right, cool. I appreciate you.
All right, y'all. Have a good holiday.
All right, we'll holler. All right, peace. Dr. Hawk,
Have
you
a
there?
good night. Yeah, I'm here.
Dr. Hawk.
Yep.
Hold on one second. Oh, okay. So, Dr. Hawk, this is what I was going to tell you. I meant to tell you yesterday, and when I was at work last night, I was thinking about it. Remember yesterday you were saying how you kind of a worrywart about your kids?
Yep. Yeah.
This is what I was going to tell you. Are you good at observing your mind?
Am I good at observing what? I'm sorry. You cut out.
Are you good at observing your mind?
Observing my mind?
Yeah, are you good at like watching your mind, like watching the thoughts go by?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So I was going to tell you, for you to be worried about a future event that's statistically improbable is really just
Right.
mind taking you down a rabbit hole and you allowing your mind to take you down that rabbit hole, right?
I know. Mhm.
Yeah. So when it happens, you have to realize like that's not you, that's just your mind.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So that being
Right.
the case too, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday, is your ability to direct your mind.
Yes.
You know, you can do like thought replacement, like I don't want to think about that, and redirect your mind to something else that you want to think about.
And I don't want to say I'm thinking that something bad's gonna happen to them. I think it's more so me wanting to know that they're safe and their current, what they're doing, that they are safe. but not so much thinking something's bad's going to happen, because I do know, because I pray for it every day, that God covers my children and my family, everyone, while I'm not present. So I do believe that happens, but it's still that thing as a parent, you do want to make sure that your kids are okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's natural. You naturally want to know that your kids are okay and safe and all that stuff. I just don't want you stressing over something that's not even really reality at this point in time.
Yeah, I know. But I do a lot of the things where my mind goes somewhere else, and I do a lot of what ifs, which I try to change. And sometimes those what ifs are negative, and I do, shift my mind, because I've done a lot of like growth mindset work, and things like that. So I
Yeah,
do shift my thinking when it goes to that place.
yeah. It's about, in my opinion, it's about being able to detach from your mind and just be able to see it and to catch it and being self-aware. Because I know,
Mhm.
say like with my job, I can be negative mentally about certain things, and I probably complain from time to time too. And then I have moments where I'll be like, yo, why am I in that rabbit hole of negativity or fear
Right.
or whatever?
Mhm.
And just
Mhm.
it's kind of cool, because just being able to see yourself going down that rabbit hole, or the what ifs, or the complaining about stuff that's really, minuscule, is enough to kind of cut through it and bring
Mhm.
0 point. And then whatever you do from there, can help you not go back down that road.
Right. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, Gemini Queen said I had to get a book called 7 Ways to Fix Your Anxiety. So that's a book that I'm gonna read now. 7 Ways to Fix Your Anxiety. I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dr. Hook, I appreciate that. Was something that I meant to tell you yesterday, and it just slipped my mind, or at least when I was thinking about it, I was like, I don't think
Mhm.
I told Dr. Hook about it. So that's all I
Right.
want to say. That's why I said I had
And
to bring
that's
you back up.
usually what it is. Yeah, that's usually what it's like. If I'm in a house and I know they're out and I hear sirens, like I do get worried. Like I gotta call. I gotta check their. I don't need to know what they're doing every minute of every hour, but I just need to know that they're safe.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, yeah. That's understandable. I mean, that siren going by could just be somebody who broke their foot.
Yeah, and
Call the
because
ambulance.
yeah, and because I'm not far from the fire station, so I hear it more often than probably
Hmm.
usual, or I'm used to. But
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wish your mind peace, your heart
thank
peace
you,
for
thank
the
you.
Thanksgiving season and on forward. I'm getting ready to slide off. Is there anything you want to say in closing? You're the last one on here for the day. If you have
Uh,
anything, you're more than
no, it's just again, just thankful for every minute, every moment, every hour of every day. That God keeps me here on this earth, because tomorrow is not promised. So just being thankful. I'm getting to an age where people my age, or not that far, things are happening, 'cause, out of the blue. But so I am grateful and thankful that my family is still intact, and that we are healthy for the most part. So.
okay, cool, cool, cool. Well, I appreciate everybody that came on today. I appreciate everybody who commented. I appreciate everybody who tuned in, who didn't say anything in the comments, come on the live. I wish all of y'all a happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays if Thanksgiving isn't applicable to you. And, I just wish y'all, and I appreciate y'all being here for me and with me day in and day out, and carrying on conversations and thoughts and ideas how to improve y'all lives. I'm thankful for my life, my mind, my heart, my spirit, my physical body, even when it's not working as well as I want to do. And I'm thankful for the love I receive from my family, my wife, my kids, my extended family, my friends, my IG family or followers, or whatever we're calling them. And last but not least, I'm thankful to everyone who has subscribed to my Patreon. If you would like to be one of those people, go to patreon.com/IamChellsX, or you can go to IamChellsXstore.com and buy. And if you need a good life coach, hit me up because I can help you take your power back. Dr. Hope, peace.
Peace.